December 1946. 13 ships, 23 aircraft, 4,700 men. The United States Navy assembles the largest military expedition ever sent to Antarctica, a continent with no army, no government, and no enemy. They call it Operation High Jump. The official reason is scientific research, practice for cold weather operations, routine cartography. They are gone in 8 months. The mission was planned to last 6 to 8 years. No formal explanation is given for the early return. Admiral Richard Byrd, the man leading the expedition, gives a single press interview afterward. He speaks about the continent in a way that is difficult to categorize. He uses words like strategic importance. He suggests, without elaborating, that America must be prepared for an attack originating from the polar regions, from an enemy capable of flying from one pole to the other at tremendous speed. The interview is never widely published. The full transcript quietly disappears from mainstream record. This is how Antarctica works. Information approaches it and then doesn't come back the same way it went in. The continent itself is enormous, nearly twice the size of Australia. 98% of it is buried under an ice sheet that averages over a mile in thickness. Most of what lies beneath that ice has never been seen by human eyes. What has been detected, through ice-penetrating radar, seismic surveys, satellite imaging, keeps generating questions that the scientific establishment acknowledges and then, somehow, never fully answers. Beneath the ice, there are mountains, valleys, lakes. Not frozen lakes, liquid lakes, kept warm by geothermal heat rising through the rock below. Researchers have cataloged over 400 of them. The largest is Lake Vostok, buried nearly 4 kilometers below the surface. It is roughly the size of Lake Ontario. It has been sealed from the outside world for an estimated 15 to 25 million years. In 2012, a Russian drilling team finally broke through to the water's surface after more than 2 decades of drilling. What they pulled back up was ice formed from that ancient water, and in it, they found something. Bacterial DNA. Living organisms. But not just extremophiles adapted to the modern world. Some of the genetic sequences didn't match anything in the existing catalog of life on Earth. The team published a preliminary report, then revised it. Then, largely, went quiet. The revision stated that the novel sequences were likely contamination from the drilling fluid. This is a reasonable scientific explanation. It is also, notably, the only explanation offered, and it was offered quickly. The thing about Antarctica is that almost every anomaly discovered there comes with an explanation attached. The explanation is usually plausible. It is rarely satisfying. And it almost always arrives before anyone has had time to ask the full question. In 1513, a Turkish admiral named Piri Reis compiled a map of the world using, he claimed, source charts from ancient libraries, some of them dating to Alexander the Great's time. The map is accurate in ways that should not be possible for its era. The coastlines of South America and Africa are rendered with startling precision. And along the bottom of the map, clearly depicted, is an ice-free coastline, a continent, positioned exactly where Antarctica sits. Antarctica was not officially discovered until 1820. Geologists have confirmed that the coastline shown in the Piri Reis map corresponds closely to the subglacial topography of Antarctica, the land beneath the ice, as mapped by modern survey. Which means the source charts Piri Reis was working from may have depicted a version of Antarctica that existed before the ice formed. Before 6000 BCE by most estimates. No civilization capable of ocean cartography at that scale is supposed to have existed that long ago. The mainstream explanation is that the resemblance is approximate, coincidental, or the result of medieval mapmakers' habit of inventing a southern landmass for symmetry. This is reasonable. This is possibly even correct. But the maps keep turning up. The Orontes Phineas map, drawn in 1531, shows Antarctica with rivers, with mountain ranges, with bays and inlets that match, imprecisely but unmistakably, the terrain beneath the ice. The Buach map of 1737 depicts the continent divided by a channel running through its center, something not confirmed by modern survey until the 1950s. These maps are held in archives, they are studied by scholars, and they remain, as far as the academic community is concerned, unexplained curios. Not evidence of anything, just difficult questions filed under, "We don't fully understand this yet," a category that seems, in Antarctica's case, to expand every decade without ever quite emptying. In 1938, Nazi Germany sent an expedition to the continent. They claimed a large section of it for the Third Reich, calling it Neuschwabenland, and made dozens of low-altitude aerial survey flights, reportedly dropping thousands of metal markers into the ice to stake territorial claims. The expedition returned. The war began. Germany surrendered, and whatever data they collected in Antarctica was never recovered, never disclosed, and never fully explained by historians of the period. After the war, Operation High Jump launched within a year. Byrd's fleet encountered something down there. That much seems clear. What it was is where the accounts fracture. There are declassified Chilean newspaper reports from the period, El Mercurio, a legitimate publication, that describe aircraft losses, hostile engagements, casualties, things that don't appear in the official Navy record at all. These reports are usually dismissed as sensationalism or mistranslation, but the early return of the mission is not dismissed because it can't be. It is documented fact. The follow-up expedition, Operation Deep Freeze, launched in 1955. This one didn't leave early. It never ended. It is still running today under that name, and the United States has maintained a continuous presence on the continent ever since. 12 nations signed the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. It designated the continent a scientific preserve, demilitarized, and open to research from any signatory. It also, notably, banned any military testing, any nuclear activity, and restricted the rights of any nation to make new territorial claims. The treaty has been signed by over 50 countries. No nation has ever violated it publicly. No nation has ever withdrawn. For context, there is no similar treaty governing the Arctic. There is no similar treaty governing the Moon, until recently, and with significant argument. Antarctica, empty, frozen, and largely unexplored, has more international legal protection than almost any other place on the planet. When Google Earth first made satellite imagery of Antarctica publicly accessible, certain areas appeared blurred, pixelated, redacted in the same way sensitive military installations are redacted in other parts of the world. This happens in many places on Earth for many reasons. The difference is that some of the blurred regions in Antarctica are not near any known research station, any known installation, any known reason for concealment. In 2016, Buzz Aldrin, second human being to walk on the Moon, a man who has seen things most people never will, traveled to the South Pole. He was evacuated on medical grounds shortly after. Before leaving, he sent a single tweet. It read, "We are all in danger. It is evil itself." His team later stated the account had been hacked. The tweet was deleted. The seismographs around Antarctica pick up signals that researchers have been trying to classify for decades. Long, slow pulses that move through the ice in patterns inconsistent with tectonic activity, inconsistent with glacial movement, inconsistent with weather. They have a name for these signals: Antarctic tremors. They have many hypotheses for what causes them. None of the hypotheses is widely accepted as complete. The signals continue. The ice is melting. This is not conspiratorial. It is documented, measured, photographed from orbit. Every year, more of what is underneath becomes visible. More coastline, more exposed rock, more terrain that has not seen open air in millions of years. What was sealed is slowly becoming unsealed. Whatever was preserved under that ice, whatever structures or formations or biological remnants or geological impossibilities, is closer to the surface now than it was a generation ago. Several nations have quietly expanded their research stations in the last decade. China's Qinling station opened in 2024. It is their fifth. No other continent on Earth has received this level of coordinated international construction in recent years. Everyone is going to Antarctica. Everyone has been going to Antarctica. And the things they find there, the signals, the ancient water, the maps that shouldn't exist, the expeditions that end without explanation, have a habit of becoming, officially, inconclusive. There is something down there, possibly many things. The ice does not give up its secrets cleanly. It releases them slowly, partially, in fragments that almost make sense, that almost form a picture, that keep arriving just slightly faster than we are able to arrange them into something we can name. The continent is the size of a world. Most of it has never been touched by human hands. We have been watching it for less than 200 years. Whatever is under the ice has been waiting considerably longer than that.